Hello, it's me, Tashtari, and this is my internet television program. A lot has happened since the last time I streamed, which was last Saturday, and I will tell you about it after I greet everybody. Hi, Brungo. Hi, Commissar. Hi, Camaro. Hi, fourth viewer who isn't announcing their presence yet. Hi, Tashtari. Anyway, so on Saturday, just to review, we searched for the quantum signal on Giant's Deep and found the Tower of Quantum Trials, which was interesting. And I did almost manage to figure it out by myself, almost. Taught us about using the Scout to observe things to make sure that they didn't quantum move on us, like the quantum tricksters that they are. We searched for the quantum signal on Ember Twin, and were directed to a cave on the North Pole of Ember Twin, in which I got crushed several times, because the lighting was terrible, and I have a terrible sense of direction, and it wasn't good. So, shifting gears, landed on the Quantum Moon. Wasn't quite sure how. The shrine there mentioned Ember Twin and quantum entanglement, something that I have yet to learn, but is apparently key to discovering the mysteries of the quantum moon. There was a cyclone there that kept us out of the North Pole, and which is where we're supposed to get to the quantum moon's secret sixth location. On Monday, I landed on the quantum moon again. I guess it's the Scout that, I guess I shouldn't be surprised considering what we learned in the Tower of Quantum Trials. But it seems a little bit BS, because if I just sort of launch myself straight into the quantum moon, then I never stop observing it, but I still do clip through it. So that seems a little bit, I don't know. Either that or I'm missing something, which is entirely possible. I also noticed that the quantum moon, the appearance of it mirrors the planet that it orbits, and we had originally seen it in Giant's Deep mode. I'm observing the clouds, not the moon. I don't know if I buy that. Something about seeing the forest for the trees. But anyway, I saw it around Giant's Deep, Brittle Hollow, the Hourglass Twins, Timber Hearth, and Dark Bramble, and saw it in all of its different modes, except for, of course, the secret sixth mode. And in all of them, the North Pole was inaccessible in one way or other, which I guess is not surprising. I also noticed that in Dark Bramble mode, there was a giant jellyfish in one of the crystals, which is interesting. I don't know if that's significant, but it seemed worth noting to me. I don't know how to control the Nomai shuttle there, but observing the rims of a car means a cracked head can steal the car itself without you noticing. Oh, crackhead. Sorry, I thought you meant cracked head like a cracked cylinder head. That almost makes me sound like I know about cars, which I don't, so don't make that mistake. Anyway, so I don't know really how to pilot the Nomai shuttle. I just know that the middle position of the three-way switch always warps to Brittle Hollow. I don't know what the significance of that is. Tried to explore the lake bed cave again, nothing. Got frustrated and hinted myself, and learned that the stalactites in the cave that were blocking my progress are quantum stalactites. So all I had to do was look away from them. How silly of me. The fact that I was using the Scout for lighting means that I might never have discovered that on my own, though, so I don't feel too bad about hinting myself on it. Anyway, I wanted to save mainline progression for stream, but but there were a couple of loose ends that I had to tie up, and they involved waiting around Brittle Hollow and such, so I decided to take care of those off stream as well. It seems like what parts fall and when around Brittle Hollow is random, which I didn't know before. I got lucky with a chunk at the North Pole and was able to get back to Black Hole Forge, and apparently when I went there the first time, there was a slate that I missed because I ran out of time, which added the bullet point. A Nomai named Poke successfully forged an advanced warp core for the Ash Twin project, and an advanced warp core was approved for installation in the central chamber of Ash Twin, which don't seem terribly important, but the more to explore icon in the Black Hole Forge is now gone, so that's cool. I also went back to the Hanging City, where I found the Eye Shrine, which I had missed previously, which added the bullet point. The Nomai traveled to the solar system in pursuit of a signal from something older than the universe itself. They named the source of this signal the Eye of the Universe. We already knew this, but the more to explore icon is now gone. So that Eye Shrine clued me into the fact that there was an Eye Shrine district in the Sunless City, so I went there and made sure that I had explored that. Apparently I hadn't, because there was a ruin there where the entire first floor was full of ghost matter, and I had to levitate over it, which, needless to say, I failed to do correctly the first time. And it created a bullet point, which is exactly the same as the one that I found from Brittle Hollow's Eye Shrine. Nomai traveled to the solar system, older than the universe, Eye of the Universe, yada, yada, yada. We already knew this, but the more to explore icon is now gone. Yay. And that's it for the loose ends. But yesterday I was bored, so I ended up exploring Timber Hearth some. I went to the Adelrock North Pole, which I didn't think was going to be that interesting, because it seems like the sort of thing that I was supposed to do at the beginning of the game, but I was wrong about that. Because it turns out that there was a big piece of dark bramble that landed on Timber Hearth and set down roots. And it had a hole in it, which when I shot the little scout into it, apparently warped somewhere. Too much warping in this game. And following the progress of the little scout, I ended up seeing what I'm pretty sure was a campsite in there, inside of an anglerfish skeleton. So that, I think, is where the harmonica signal is coming from. So what's-his-name is alive, and he's inside of an anglerfish skeleton, just kind of chilling outside in the depths of dark bramble. Physics is weird when you think about it too much, especially, fictional physics. I also found the Deep Space Radio Tower on Timber Hearth, which added a frequency to my signal scope. I don't know what that's going to be used for, but something to maybe keep an eye on. And explored the Nomai mines on Timber Hearth, which did yield a piece of a nugget of information that I think might be useful, which is that the Ash Twin project was meant to be fully sealed in Ash Twin's core by ore that was mined on Timber Hearth. So how we get in there, I guess, is going to be an open question if it's not broken, which it could be, after thousands of years or whatever it's been. So, what remains? We finally learned something about Dark Bramble, which is cool. Escape Pod 3 and the Vessel are in there, along with Harmonica Guy. We know that the anglerfish are blind, so maybe I'm making too much noise? I think that's the best that I have to go on at the moment, but I don't know really what to do with that yet. We also know that the probe tracking module is on Giant's Deep somewhere, or we think it is. But how we get to it is a mystery, because it's like in the electrical core of the planet, which causes our ship to blow up whenever we get too close to it. The Ash Twin project is still a big question mark. I don't quite know where to explore for that. But the Quantum Moon's 6th location requires exploring the Lakebed Cave, and I think we might go there first. Whew. That was a long-winded update, but here we are. Take a sip of beverage. Do I have the downloadable content? Yes, I do. Whether I'll end up playing it or not is still an open question, but we'll see how the mainline content goes. Resume expedition. Also, there's a game you totally want to see me play sometime, Disco Elysium. The name is familiar. I haven't played it before, whatever it is. Brunko, is that one of your top tier games, or am I remembering wrong? You usually place... Oh, okay. I was gonna say. You usually place that as your number 21. Is awfully specific. Well, who knows? I guess we'll see how things go with the whole streaming thing. Sometimes it's more of a 22. You're spearfishing on a river of snot. Does that mean you're picking your nose? Down we go. We almost land. That'll have to go. Didn't mean to do that. Where's the steps down? There we go. There's the cave. And there are the quantum stalactites, or so I believe. Or maybe not. Maybe they're these. They don't seem quantum so far. Maybe these are the quantum stalactites? I used to play bass for the quantum stalactites. Pretty solid from here. Now there's stalactites behind me, but there are still stalactites in front of me. Were those there before? So these are not moving out of the way. That was kind of my hope for what was going to happen here. Oh, wait a minute. Were we able to do this before? Well, it doesn't matter. Won't the quantum scope tell me? It points me to quantum shards, but it doesn't usually point me to quantum other things. All right, let's try that again. First squunch of the stream. True enough. Last squinch of the stream? That's awfully optimistic of you. I appreciate your faith in me, but it may be misplaced. We'll see. Ashton, get out of the way. those might be actual stalactites. Okay, so these are the ones I want to get past. I don't see any quantum fluctuations around here. Hey, Eminem. How are you? Pedantic point. Stalactites are the... Yeah, no, I know. But there's no... As far as I know, there is no collective noun that refers to stalactites and stalagmites. Stalactites. Stalagmites. I don't know. Stalactites. There you go. Whatever I'm doing here is not working. I'm sure this is the... I'm reasonably sure this is the way that I'm meant to go. Hey, Arvid. Welcome. Are there fewer of them, or is it my imagination? Yeah, this is not working. If nobody knows what I'm doing, can I be doing it wrong? Well, you kind of know what I'm doing if you've played the game before. Squunch. You're the gaming Jerry. You're the main character. I thought the main character in this game was called the Hatchling, not Jerry. We can call him Jerry if you want. Okay. So that's this is not meeting with success. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong set of stalactites / stalagmites. Maybe. Well, I'm having trouble, so if you've got navigational assistance, then shoot. Actually, we're all at GDQ right now, and I'm doing a speedrun of Outer Wilds. I'm just doing it very, very poorly. Yes, the famous Tash percent run. So these aren't quantum stalactites. Alright, so here we are again. These must not be the right stalactites. Maybe these are the right stalactites. I don't think so, though. I think when I spoilered myself, there was a mention of a sand flow, which I see behind here. Hey, Torrance. Welcome. Here comes the sand. Brungo, I would not mind some of that navigational assistance. Do I know about the right-hand rule? If I keep the wall to my right or my left, I'll always make it to the end unless there's islands. Yeah, I do, but that doesn't take quantumness into account. Or sand. They paid for your meals? Oh, that's cool. They will pay for your meal to make you feel so small. Keep your left hand on the wall unless you make the same turn twice in a row, in which case you switch hands. It's rude to pay for an American's meal. People are more than welcome to be rude to me in that particular way. Speaking as an American. So you can buy me lunch? You absolutely can buy me lunch. Anytime. I'm not installing one of those pizza buttons that I have seen on some streamers' websites, though, so... It'll have to be something that you, promise to do at some vague point in the future. 600 White Castle sliders. I don't know what I would do in that situation. I would certainly be confused. Okay. Right hand rule. Regardless, there are islands. Okay, here we are at the sand flow again. Oh my god, really? Okay, we made it. For some definition of it. But what did we make it into? This is okay. Now that I've made it into a place, I don't know what to do here. Okay, that wasn't quite where I wanted to land. Hey, Alistair. Yes, onward is the eventual goal. But I'd like to see where onward is before I attempt to go there. Okay, let's try that again. Shit. Okay. 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 if it can't make it through there, how am I going to make it through there? Oh, goody. I really hope there's some trees at the end of this. Hey, Nebby. Welcome. Thank you for following. I appreciate you. There we go. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, we've gotten to a place. If you've come here to look for Coleus, this is where we were when he vanished. He's been missing for 2 days now. Your strange, wandering rock friend is here, though Coleus isn't. Coleus and I observed this unusual-looking rock shard and several smaller rocks in at least 2 other caverns. I'm unsure if this is relevant. But what happened before Coleus disappeared? We were examining the different rocks. I recall Coleus standing on the largest one, the wandering rock. I was taking notes, and then my lantern died. When I lit again, Coleus and the rock were both gone. What does that switch do? Turned off the over... Did it? Oh, it did. Duh. Okay. The hatchling said it's wilding time and then wilded all over the place. Okay, so the light so when the light goes out, what happens? I'm on top of the shard. So I'm entangled with it now. I guess. But I'm not sure what happens after that. Okay. The shard is gone now. But if I turn around, it's going to be back, I'm sure. Yep, there it is. I was taking notes and then my lantern died. When I lit it again, Coleus and the rock were both gone. Look away like up. I could. Let's try it. Oh, I have to turn my flashlight off. How curious. This rock took me with it to a new location. I wonder why this happened. Curious, but also alarming. This new cave appears to lack an entrance or an exit. Also, the rock that brought me here disappeared while I wasn't watching. The wandering rock has returned. Never before have I been so delighted to see a sedimentary specimen. I wonder if I myself became quantum briefly when the rock carried me here. This seems the clearest explanation. Hypothesis. If the rock can bring me here, it can also carry me out. My hypothesis was correct. I can travel on this rock as long as I'm not observing my surroundings, meaning I must be in complete darkness. I'm going to bring my mentor here to see this. Mallory is here now, too. We theorize when a conscious being is in contact with a quantum object and ceases to act as an observer, explaining the need for darkness, the being can become entangled with that quantum object and they move together. Friends, Coleus has discovered a new quantum rule. He has also promised me he'll never vanish again, even if he does learn something useful from it. Ah, okay, so darkness is what it's about. Anything else in this cave? Are we somewhere else now? Yes, we are. Coleus is missing. He vanished from the lakebed cave, the one at the bottom of the dry lake bed, several... Oh. We've been here before. Most interesting. Okay, are we in another location now? Okay, I think we've probably explored all of the quantum locations. And we've learned the necessary lessons, so that's cool. Okay, progress. All right, rather than finding the ship, I'm just going to meditate. Now, can I make it fully dark in the quantum shrine? I know I can turn off the glowing symbols of the different planets, but... And I can close the door. Maybe that's enough. We'll see. You will go mad with mod power. Actually, let's look at the ship's log first. Lakebed Cave. A Nomai named Coleus was standing on the Wandering Rock when another Nomai's lantern died. When they relit the lantern, Coleus and the rock were both gone. To travel with a quantum object, you must stand on the object and cease to observe your surroundings, meaning you must be in complete darkness. Coleus used this quantum rule to escape the cave he was trapped in. Coleus and Mallory returned to examine the rock. They theorized that when a conscious being is in contact with a quantum object and ceases to observe his or her surroundings, the being can become entangled with that quantum object, and they both move together. Okay. All right, to the quantum moon. You think Ember Twin was your first planet and the hardest planet to route, so you died a lot. I don't know. I think, well, it's either that or Brittle Hollow. And I'm not sure, honestly, which. Quantum moon is where? There it is. Let's not crash into Timber Hearth. It's probably possible to land less violently on the Quantum Moon. Probably. That's what the landing gear is for. See, that's what I think too. Okay. Now we're in complete darkness. Or relatively. Ooh, we're somewhere new now. Ah, we're around Timber Hearth. Okay, not what we want. Close the door. Turn the lights out. The twins. Timber Hearth. Giant's Deep. Timber Hearth. Twins. Dark Bramble. Giant's Deep again. So, you've recalled the rule of quantum imaging, recalled the rule of quantum entanglement, we know those two, and we know the rule of the sixth location is that the shrine has to be at the North Pole. But how do we make the shrine at the North Pole be at the North Pole? Because we can't reach the North Pole. Think back to when I first encountered it. When I first encountered the shrine. When I first encountered the shrine, I was outside of it and the door was closed. It's gone. Could be anywhere. Could even be inside that giant cyclone. But how would we know? We can't get inside there. Unless the location at the North Pole isn't inside the cyclone, which seems unlikely. But maybe? I don't know. I'm willing to try it. Have I been on the moon in orbit around every planet? Yes. Except for the 6th location. Yes, I have. Oh? Okay, I guess it's just near the North Pole. The 6th location is made of quantum... whatever it is. If I look away from it, will it go away? Apparently not. If I close the door, will it go away? I don't get it. It's got a cool floor pattern, though. Processing, please wait. I mean, I can turn the lights off again, but then I'll just warp to a different location. And I'm in the location that we want to be in. When you do manage to get outside, it's at least as nifty as looking at the floor. I don't get it. Yeah. It's, you know, I was observing this before. Outer Wilds doesn't make me feel clever. I mean, perhaps obviously. There were ship logs about this. Anytime I pull out the smelloscope on here, I always get the quantum moon being 72 meters away, so that's not it. Return of the Obra Dinn made me feel clever. Outer Wilds makes me feel like an idiot. Turn this off. I can't step outside and close the door. The puzzles in this game have the vibe of old text adventure puzzles, kind of. Yeah, I can see that. I think I need a hint or we're going to be here a while. This is not the North Pole. I understood, but then I misunderstood. Okay, this is not the North Pole. I do need to be at the North Pole to be in the right place, but I can't get into the North Pole because of various natural blockers. This is at least more efficient than moving the switch. Okay, so the shrine hasn't moved. If I close and open the door, will I end up in a different... No, I'll just end up in the same place. Actually, wait a minute. Maybe I can get to the North Pole. I just have to... Oh, okay, I see. Never mind. It's always blocked, but you can move. But you can get closer on certain planets than on others. I think red is north. There we go. Okay. All right, 6th location. Here we come. If I get eaten by an anglerfish, I'm gonna be so mad. Okay. So we're on a planet that's made of the stuff that all of those shards are made of. Was ist das? Oh, this is the South Pole. Ooh. Da da da. Could you write something down for me? Eye of the universe, Nomai. Something. Me. Pick up explain stone. Ah, okay. Ah, okay. Explain Eye of the Universe. There is fundamental uncertainty throughout the universe. Normally, this uncertainty is only observable on a very small scale. As one approaches the eye, however, that uncertainty grows enormously. The quantum moon probably exhibits macroscopic quantum behavior because of its proximity to the eye. Shards that broke off from the quantum moon have a similar effect, as I imagine you've seen elsewhere in the star system. Conscious observation forces a quantum object to collapse to a single possibility. But what would happen if a conscious observer somehow entered the eye itself? Over time, this has become my clan's greatest question. Okay. Explain yourself. I am on my first pilgrimage to the quantum moon. All Nomai in my clan make this journey when we come of age. Even though the eye cannot be reached from here, the quantum moon remains special to us as it carries us nearer to the eye than any other place we know. I've journeyed here to be close to the eye. While the eye is obscured from our sight, we can see the quantum moon's reflection of the eye in the sky above us. Explain quantum moon. Have you encountered a quantum shard on another planet? The shards look the same as the quantum moon's surface does now, while at the eye. From this, we can reasonably infer the quantum moon's natural state as we see it now, and the eye is its primary location. Given the quantum moon is the eye's moon, it is likely that any characteristics the moon exhibits are also exhibited by the eye itself. The quantum moon and its shards, for instance, are quantum, thus the eye is likely also quantum. In fact, this moon is probably quantum because its proximity to the eye made it quantum, the same way the areas surrounding quantum shards that landed on other planets eventually become quantum too. Explain me. I imagine your purpose here is the same as mine, to learn about and to find the eye of the universe. I'm unsure how you arrived here, however. Perhaps you came from another star system as my clan originally did? Identify me now. I've never met one of your kind before. It's an honor to speak with you. I particularly admire your 4 eyes. There are many questions I would ask if I could comprehend your language. You have my gratitude for understanding mine. Identify the quantum moon. This is the quantum moon, where we both are standing. Despite also orbiting other celestial bodies, the quantum moon is the eye of the universe's moon. Identify you. I am Solanum, a Nomai. My clan arrived in the star system before my birth, and we now call it home. And last but not least, identify the eye of the universe. We are orbiting the eye of the universe now, although we cannot see it, only the quantum moon's reflection of it. The eye is older than the universe itself, and my clan believes it dwells in an extremely distant orbit around this star system. Okay. It was nice meeting you. Okay, well, that was interesting. I guess that's what we were meant to do here, but what do we get from that? Other than, you know, exposition. I'd like to ask him why the sun blows up every 22 minutes. But there is no the sun blowing up every 22 minutes stone that I can use. It just does that. Science Man. Science Man related to Bill Nye the Science Guy? I've not found the redacted and redacted that redacted. No, I have not. What happens if I just rocket out of here? I can't. Oh? Also, I was on that moon for way longer than 22 minutes. So that death animation, that is the same one that I saw when I was trying to rocket away from the supernova-ing sun. Can I say something to him about this now? No. I met a living Nomai named Solanum at the South Pole. The quantum moon is the eye of the universe's moon. At this location, the quantum moon becomes a reflection of the eye itself. The eye is likely the source of all macroscopic quantum phenomena in the solar system. Solanum wonders what would happen if a conscious observer were to enter the eye. Is that what I just did? I mean, was I successful in rocketing off the moon, or did the loop just happen to end at that point? The loop just happened to end at that point. Okay. But I got there and learned a bunch of important things. That's true. Nothing that answers the question of why the sun is blowing up and what I can do about that, if anything. Or why I'm in a time loop, I guess. Okay. Can I find my ship if I go back there? Stupid autopilot. It's really easy to almost leave this solar system. What happens if I keep moving away from it? Do I eventually reach the 6th location? To reach the eye, you need to know which racing to be doing a gym level. I don't know who Jim Level is. Is he the guy who did the voice of Winnie the Pooh? An astronaut. That makes more sense than what I proposed. The final frontier. Bad news, you're thirsty. There's got to be a point at which this something happens. Are these other star systems? To boldly stumble where no one has stumbled before. Peaceful, empty space. Good silent naps. No one tell him about the deep space anglerfish jump scare. Don't turn around now. Well, don't worry. I don't think I can make it back before the end of the loop at this rate. I really thought something would happen. Like the game would glitch out like this. All right. Floating point moment. Yeah. You think it's due to the interesting choice the devs apparently made when it came to moving around? Okay, well now what? Ash Twin Project? That's a very big square on the map that hasn't been filled in yet. The central chamber inside Ash Twin was physically sealed off by an immensely thick protective shell. And this is where the Nomai were producing the 22-minute negative time interval. I feel like that's important. Ash Twin Project, probe tracking module, redacted, redacted, or redacted. You're back with pizza and ice water. Pizza. Okay. I could go back to the Quantum Moon and try and find my ship again. Well, why not? Let's try that. Speaking of hydrating, have I had water today? Yes, I have. I have a nice can of LaCroix within arm's reach. There you are, Mr. Quantum Moon. There's some flavor stuff I missed on the Quantum Moon, if I care. I do kind of care. Let's try again. Let's try getting back there. Very elaborate day-night cycles. That is certainly true. Hey, I didn't arrive on the South Pole. What's up with that? No, I get close to it and it calms down. Okay, that was interesting. Quantum jittering. Yeah, there you go. There it is. Thank you. Stuff doesn't reflect very much light. Hi, Solanum. We've never met before. Bye. I mastered this bit faster than you did. Which bit? Oh, getting to the 6th location. Well, I think it went easy on me this time. I got pretty much everything I needed on the first try. So far, no flavor. The only thing here is Solanum. I thought you said there was some flavor stuff on the Quantum Moon. I missed options with her? I did every combination of, Oh, I guess I could do invalid combinations, like explain, identify. Identify. Explain. These are the 2 tenets of Know My Philosophy. To seek out and to understand is our way of living. Me. You. We do not have much connection, you and I. Still, this encounter feels special. I hope you won't mind if I think of you as a friend. Me, Quantum Moon. No, you, Hearthian. Is this your first time on the Quantum Moon? It's my first time here. If you've come here for answers, I hope you find them. Oh, we've already done that. Me, Eye of the Universe. Suppose you could reach the Eye of the Universe. Would you try to enter it? What do you imagine the effects of a conscious observer might be? Would it be a 22-minute time loop? Because if that's the case, Quantum Moon... Or, no, let's say... You... quantum moon. Like many of my clan before me, I journeyed here to see the quantum moon's reflection of the eye. This is the closest any of us have come to seeing the eye itself. You may think I'm strange, but I have a hypothesis that I may not be entirely alive. Perhaps my journey has reached its end. Interesting. You, Eye of the Universe. Many in my clan have believed the Eye called to us for a particular purpose. When I was a child, I used to believe the Eye was malevolent, to have lured my clan to the star system, only to then vanish from them so completely. But I don't fear the Eye anymore. In fact, it became my fondest hope to see the Eye itself someday, but I fear this may be beyond my reach. You may think I'm strange, but I have a hypothesis that I may not be entirely alive. Perhaps my journey has reached its end. And then the only remaining combination is Quantum Moon and Eye of the Universe. I imagine you've noticed the quantum moon changes in appearance depending on which location it's currently orbiting. For instance, the moon looks quite different when orbiting Giants Deep than it does when orbiting the Hourglass Twins. Because the quantum moon clearly changes in its different forms, the eye, being this moon's primary location, must be similarly malleable. From this, we can hypothesize that the eye represents extreme changeability. That said, despite its malleable nature, the quantum moon becomes locked to one specific version of itself when it is consciously observed. But what would happen if a conscious observer were to enter the eye? Huh, okay. Same questions as before. What would happen if a conscious observer were to enter my mom? Not something I try to think about. Yeah, no, I did that. Ooh. Did I just kill her? Okay. Quantum corpse. Can't seem to find the shrine again. Or my ship, for that matter. Maybe this is karma for killing Solinum. Well, it might be loop time. Are you sure it's longer than 22 minutes? I'm going to look at the timestamps in chat here. At 6:22, Alistair said, "You mastered this bit faster than I did." And it's 6:35 now. 6:36 now, rather. So that's not... No, it seems about right. By default, reading stops the clock, as does checking the ship log. Think you got your spoilers wrong? Who, me or someone, or Alistair? You just noticed the stream title, it rules. I thought that it didn't, because I had, Oh, hello, the Addle Rock. Because I looked at the ship's log when the sun had started to blow up, and it continued to blow up, so I figured that meant the time didn't stop, but maybe that just counts if the, audio just went crackle. That's weird. It seems to be okay now, though. Darn, I thought I could stop the sun from blowing up. By reading. Through the power of reading. Well, let's see. What do we do now? The probe tracking module on Giant's Deep is still a mystery, but I don't know where to I don't know what to do with that next. Go swimming? Like go to Giant's Deep, you mean? I guess I haven't tried going into the electric core without the ship. It doesn't seem like it's very likely to succeed, but maybe, who knows? The island on Giant's Deep I never explored. Which island on Giant's Deep that I never explored? The one that, like, was a piece of dark bramble? This thing? Okay. Actually, let's look at the ship's log for a second here. See if there's anything that got added to. Solanum has a hypothesis that she may not be entirely alive. I wonder why that's noteworthy. Interesting. There is an awful lot of ghost matter there. Although there are also trees. Okay, so we're out of the crystals. Can I take a selfie so we know what the player character looks like? Sure. There I am. It's not a very good selfie. Just wait for it to pass. Hey, look, another jellyfish in a crystal. Okay. So ghost matter that way lies. But not this way. Trip 4, entry whatever. Crashes 2. Boring crashes 0. Remember to see Slate when I get back. All the way down to the core. Consider yourself conquered, Giant Steep. You just got feldspored. That was one of my more dramatic feats, if I do say so myself. Can't believe I wasn't electrocuted. Can't wait to tell Hornfels and Gossett about this one. I guess brute force isn't always the answer. Right, so that's one more off the list. Seems that's all that's left is the big one now. Dark Bramble, here I come. Okay. Okay, former campsite here. Anything else to find? Does ghost matter instantly kill you? Yeah, ghost matter pretty much instantly kills you. There were some places on the interloper where I think I got by just, like, being almost dead, but not quite dead. But I think it's meant to be, you know, stay out of this kind of affair. Oh, my ship got moved to a place that I can't get to, naturally. Yes, I can. How? I think you are lying. I walked straight past it. If I can get up there. Okay, you gotta pop out? Okay. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. That's one way to get to it, I suppose. Let's go to Ash Twin. Where is it? You're going to grab food. Have fun. Enjoy your food. Hit Chateau, Tasha Tears. Tate. You got there in the end. Hi, Eminem. We got a ways to go before we get to the core. What is that bear? What is that beat? Bramble Island. An island of thorny vines and what appears to be a frozen jellyfish. It looks like Feldspar camped here before heading off to Dark Bramble. Feldspar headed off to Dark Bramble after reaching the core of Giant's Deep. When I launch my scout into the seed that crashed on Timber Hearth, it ends up in a much bigger space filled with fog and thorny vines. That is true. So somewhere around here, there's going to be I guess the core of this planet that has a thick and durable outer casing that the Nomai were hoping wouldn't get would not have any imperfections in it. But is this it? Are these towers the Ash Twin project? Cool. I landed my ship like just outside the Sand Column's range. That was awfully clever of me. Do you think the other quadclops will ever come with me? What's a quadclop? Is that some kind of a horse? Oh, like a cyclops. Psi doesn't mean one, though. Does it? I don't know. Gonna have to look into that. Actually, isn't it Greek? So wouldn't it be tetraclops rather than quadclops? Some people get very angry about the word television because it mixes Greek and Latin. Oh, it means round eye. Okay. Oh, bye, ship. Let's park at a little bit of a better location. Is the sun about to blow up, or is that just getting close to blowing up? I've been in that already. Is this the shell they were talking about? This thing with the sparklies in it? Or is that just the natural core of the planet? I know if I go up here, it'll just put me on the top of this tower and not particularly go anywhere useful. Sorry I've gone all silent here. I just don't know what to do next. I find myself in that situation a lot in Outer Wilds. I'm very excited, apparently. I wonder why. Probably because the sun's about to blow up. Well, as far as figuring out the Ash Twin project, that was kind of fruitless. Let's look at the ship's log again, see if I get any ideas. The ship's log, I said. Feldspar headed off to Dark Bramble after reaching the core of Giant's Deep. He reached the core of Giant's Deep, though. Did he just dive into it? I'm going to try just diving into it without the ship and see what happens. If I die, I die. That's how explorers think, I would think. You don't make an omelet without breaking eggs. You don't explore things without dying sometimes. Find the anticyclone. That's not it. There it is. Let's go. There we go. Okay. Getting any closer to it? There we go. If I die, I die. Ready? Shit. Okay, well that didn't work. Is there a specific spot I gotta enter? I suspect not. Just on account of I have orbited the core of Giant's Deep previously, and there are like no features anywhere. There are jellyfish and there are lightning spikes. The last memo was my clue. You mean Feldspar's memo on, what did he say? Remind me, what did he say? I'm not going back there. It should be that brute force isn't always the way, and he managed to slip in. Is there some area that isn't covered with electricity? There's no area of the sphere that appears to not be covered with electricity. The scout? Nope, apparently not. I tried to go into the core of Giant's Deep without the ship. It didn't work. Why do you feel like the jellyfish has something to do with it? Maybe the jellyfish indicate safe spots to go in? That doesn't seem very congruent with what I think of jellyfish. There's a hint I'm missing. Clearly. Something I've seen or something that I need to see before I can do this? No, I haven't gotten it yet. Okay. That's all I need to know. I think other than that, I have explored Giant's Deep in its entirety. Oh, I'll enjoy going to get this one. Is it on Dark Bramble? Hey, Commissar. Welcome back. Found your quantum poem. Oh, yes. I didn't know that was his, actually. does he stay stuck to the hammock? Oh, he doesn't. How does he not break his you know, everything? I guess it must. Why'd Hornfels think it was bro? Oh, that's right. I found this. I found that comment that Hornfels said that he thought that he saw something that made him think it was the deep space satellite was broken. I did that once, and I knocked it out of orbit, or I knocked it out of whatever its position was supposed to be, and then my map stopped working. He's trying to tell me to go to see Ol' Spacey. Maybe I should. So where is Ol' Spacey? Oh, it's like way on the other side of the sun. Assuming that's it. Well, I feel like I'm kind of running out of gas, guys. I'm going to see where I can drop you off. How about Arnie Rat? He's a cool guy. He's playing something called 9 Souls. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I will be back doing this possibly tomorrow. That's when I'm next scheduled. I'll hopefully do some thinking between now and then. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and take care.